What's going on, y'all? If you're new here, my name's Thunderstick, and welcome to the Homestead. Ladies! So today, I ain't got a whole lot going on. So I figured I'd give you a few updates here around Homestead. But first, a word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by GrubTerra. We've been using them for a little bit now, and I tell you, the chickens love it. GrubTerra raises these black soldier glide larvae right here in the United States. They're farm raised and they're fed America's trash, which inherently makes our environment a little bit better. These black soldier glide larvae have 75% more calcium than mealworms. And we all know more calcium means harder eggshells. And I want the best eggshells I can have for my customers. The other reason we like these black soldier glide larvae is it's a convenient way to train your chickens to follow you around. If you'd like to get your greater GrubTerra, check out our link below. The Homestead does give a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. What in the world? Sorry, y'all, I just noticed the top of this looks like it's been bitten off. Anyhow, what I did off camera is I noticed this pepper here. I could see the roots. The stem was turning brown, and I decided to, right thing to do. Y'all not see the roots of your plant. I went ahead and took dirt out of one of these grow bags, didn't have nothing in it. Topped off not only this pepper, but the other one. I'm just go ahead and water these and pretend I didn't notice the deer bit like half this plant off. I like to water the bags specifically, that way they're moist, as well as the ground down here with the wood chips. It all helps retain water for the plant. And since we are this close, we're going to try not to get too many of the leaves. Gonna let it soak in there. Then we'll water this one over here. Once again, we're going to water the bag. Water the wood chips around it. I thought these were lipstick peppers. Long, thin peppers. But that sure don't look like what they are. So in the last video, I told y'all that there were some serious problems here on the homestead that we had to fix. But one of them was the water here in the garden. For all our new subscribers, a lot of the things here on the homestead are set up so I can do things myself. And one of the things that we gotta do is water the garden. Here's our main valve. Let me go ahead and remove this nozzle so y'all can get a better look. So Dad's done several different things here that have improved our water system for the better. First off, and obviously, he fixed the main hose. The one coming off to the right there. We moved the duct split. This grass part is called a duct split. We moved the duct split out the pergola. You can see the hole there. And we put it on a block of wood. And we put it vertical. We did that way this main hose could be tightened up properly. When it was on the wood, the duct split was directly on the pergola. We couldn't get that hose tight. And there was always a little bit of leakage. Now, because we repaired the hose, we had a section of good hose laying around. So we added it to top of this Dutch foot. So now whenever I need water, all I gotta do is grab this hose, stick it in my bucket, and turn it on. I am loving that feature. Because sometimes on the homestead, you just need to let your water. And it's much more convenient to have a hose, to have that full glass, than trying to get the water out of like a nozzle that's really meant for gardening. Since we've turned this Dutch foot vertical, I'm getting really low water pressure, and I'm loving that. Now to what y'all all been waiting for, the chickens. As we see here, everybody's doing good. The injured chicken's doing good as well. I figured if I got a hunter down, figure out which one she is, she's doing pretty well. So right there is the chicken that got attacked by the raccoon. As you can clearly tell, she is doing just fine. And I figured she would much rather be in here with everybody else than sitting in that tin can in the barn. Y'all can say what you will, but I figured she'd much rather be in there. So now, it's all up to God, but I'm pretty sure she'll be fine. The other update I ought to give you, Tribally, is about this little concrete pad we laid. The water still stays clean, and the pad here is working out great. It's a little dirty, but it's not affecting nothing. The chickens can still, should I say the pullets, can still creep through there, but at some point they'll get too big. We're tickled to death with it. You know a system's good if you ain't worried about it for 1 or 2 weeks. So it's the next day. I went in, realized I didn't have really enough footage. Anyway, you know how YouTube likes what it likes. We pulled up some potatoes yesterday that we had in grow bags. I'm going to insert that footage here. What y'all think about them potatoes? Me and Dad got 2 more bags. We're gonna open up.
What I'm gonna do is cut the greenery off, get it out of my way. I'm excited about these potatoes. It's been about 110 days since I planted these in this bag. I want to see what that bulge is there. Right there. That's a nice potato. I heard some thumping. Those would be nice too. I know some more big ones hid somewhere.
So we're gonna sort through these potatoes. Looks like some of them are pretty large, and we're grateful for that. We're gonna put them in this box. We're gonna let them dry out, let them harden up, meaning the outsides of them, and then we're gonna put them under the house and hopefully preserve them for a year.
You want to keep them dirty.
Those are pretty large.
There's a nice potato. Yeah, that's a couple days of food for our little family. I love it.
These bags here we got on Amazon. They're specially designed to grow potatoes in, allegedly. What's special about them is that there's a flap here, Velcro flap, and you're supposed to be able to just open them up and pull the potatoes out. We'll see how that works. As you can see earlier, we just dumped them out. So maybe this one will work better. So I know there's a potato, there's one right there. So you're supposed to be able to reach in here and grab them. But as you see, the dirt's packed in there. It don't quite work as good as what I'd have liked. So we're gonna dump it out. Well, they look pretty big. Look at this one right here.
Surprise, surprise. All right, I'm gonna let it go. Wow. And now we've got all our dirt inside the gorilla cart, and we can just put it where we need it.
Sounds great to me. So while some of them are big, there weren't a lot in these grass. I'm glad we got a couple rows of them in the garden. However, considering all we did is cut a seed potato in quarters and put it in the bag with the eye sticking up, it's pretty good yield. I'm gonna take these tops down to the chickens. They like just about any sort of greenery. Well, y'all, if you enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, we'll see you next time. Appreciate it. God bless.